Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. I'm excited to introduce our topic, vibrant, catchy, impactful. Today, we're going to focus on how to elevate your language and score in the IELTS exam, specifically in the speaking part 1. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore key strategies and tips to help you succeed. So let's get started. A strong start makes parts 2 and 3 much easier down the line. When you begin confidently, it sets a positive tone for the entire process. Remember, the examiner starts measuring your level immediately, so first impressions really do matter. That initial impression isn't just about being confident, it also sets the benchmark for your performance. This is why part 1 is so important. It's your chance to establish a solid foundation and show your best. Keep in mind, everything in the presentation builds from that initial moment, so making a good start really pays off in the overall success of your delivery. Let's talk about the importance of always using authentic, high-quality test materials. When you work with real, well-made resources, it truly gives you the opportunity to showcase your skills and knowledge. Conversely, if the materials are weak or generic, it becomes much harder to demonstrate your capabilities effectively. It's crucial to remember that generic questions often lead to simple, boring answers. They don't challenge you or allow you to stand out. That's why I emphasize avoiding overly simplistic online questions. They tend to limit your potential and don't reflect real-world complexity. The danger here is clear. Poor materials can hold you back, prevent you from truly displaying what you can do, and ultimately impact your performance. So always seek out those authentic, high-quality resources that challenge you and allow your skills to shine. They're essential not just for passing tests, but for truly mastering the material. Let's talk about the importance of being expressive. When you share insights into your life, habits, and culture, it helps others understand who you really are. For example, I might say, I like coffee because I enjoy its aroma. That gives a little glimpse into my daily routine and personal preferences. Remember, mechanical answers sound like robots and they don't reveal much about you. Instead of just saying why, go beyond simple reasons. Explain your feelings, experiences, and motivations. This makes your story more engaging and authentic. So when you're sharing, think about what truly drives you and how you can express that clearly. Connecting these points to the overall theme reminds us that genuine communication is about honesty and depth. Let's talk about how to help the examiner see you as a high-level candidate. The key here is to share your motivation and personal choices. Instead of vague statements, give concrete examples that highlight your unique perspective. For example, you might say, I prefer coffee because it helps me focus during early morning study sessions. This shows your personal habits and how they support your work. It's also important to tell your personal story, your experiences, your passions, what drives you. This adds depth and authenticity to your presentation. Remember, the power of insight really comes through when you connect your personal choices to your overall motivation and goals. So, when you're sharing, think about how your story and insights demonstrate your high-level thinking and commitment. This approach helps the examiner see not just what you do, but why you do it, and how you stand out as a candidate. When discussing broad themes, it's important to use advanced vocabulary to really elevate our conversation. This not only shows our depth of understanding, but also makes our ideas more compelling. Connecting topics to your lifestyle and habits helps make the information relevant and practical, so think about how these ideas fit into your daily routine. Instead of just listing snacks, for example, I want you to talk about how your diet and health are interconnected, how your choices impact your well-being over time. Remember, it's crucial to connect these specific points to the bigger picture. Think broader. Consider the overall impact on your health, your habits, and your lifestyle. By doing this, we create a more comprehensive understanding, which is the real goal of this presentation. All right, let's talk about some practical tips to boost your IELTS preparation. First, I encourage you to record key memories and experiences. These can serve as real-world examples that make your speaking and writing more vivid and authentic. Think about moments from your past, present, and even future changes. These can add depth to your responses. Relating topics to your own life and memories is a powerful way to connect with the questions on a personal level. It makes your answers more genuine and memorable. And here's the secret weapon for success: the IELTS journal. Keep a journal where you jot down your thoughts, experiences, and vocabulary. This habit helps you build a rich bank of ideas and language to draw from during your exam. Remember, these strategies not only prepare you better, but also make the process more engaging and personal. So, keep recording, reflecting, and connecting. Your success is within reach. Let's talk about filling the gaps in your language skills. First, you want to notice the phrases that native speakers use naturally. These are the expressions that make your speech sound more fluent and authentic. Next, it's important to research new vocabulary that can help you fill those gaps and express yourself more clearly. Don't forget to pay attention if you find yourself repeating the same words. This is a sign of a weakness you can work on. By identifying what's missing and understanding your language gaps, you can target your practice more effectively. Remember, the goal is to find what's lacking in your vocabulary or expressions, and then work on filling those spaces. This process is key to improving your overall fluency and confidence in speaking. When it comes to speaking naturally, the key is to use expressions that feel genuine to you. For example, instead of just saying something robotic, try to move towards phrases like embrace or reach out. These make your speech more authentic and relatable. It's really important to choose phrases that have real meaning. Don't just memorize long lists of idioms that don't resonate personally. The goal is to connect with your audience on a genuine level, so pick expressions that truly reflect your style and message. Remember, quality beats quantity every time. It's better to be selective with the idioms you use, rather than throwing in too many just for the sake of it. This way, your language stays clear, impactful, and memorable. So, as you prepare your speech, focus on being authentic, choose meaningful expressions, and always prioritize quality over quantity. That will help you speak more naturally and connect more deeply with your audience throughout your presentation. Now, let's explore some key ways we talk about different times in our lives. First, would you like is a great way to discuss future wishes or offers. It's about imagining what you hope for or what you'd like to happen down the line. Next, have you ever is used when referring to recent past experiences. It helps us ask about things that might have happened recently or at any point in the past without specifying exactly when. As you listen to these questions, pay attention to grammatical cues. These clues will tell you which tense to use. For example, with would you like, we're thinking about the future, so the structure often involves the conditional. Meanwhile, have you ever cues us to use the present perfect tense. It's important to use the right tense at the right time. This not only helps your grammar stay correct, but also makes your communication clear and natural. Finally, remember, linking grammar to function is essential. The way we structure our questions depends on the purpose behind them, whether we're talking about future wishes or recent experiences. When you master these connections, your ability to communicate fluently and accurately will really improve. Let's talk about how to flow like a pro when speaking. The key is balancing accuracy and speed, because together they lead to high fluency and coherence. When you're practicing, focus on getting the correct grammar to come out automatically. That's essential for smooth communication. It's not just about memorizing phrases, but about linking structures to real-world situations so you can recall them instantly when needed. This makes your speech more natural and effortless. The ultimate goal is to speak naturally without overthinking, which you achieve by building automaticity. When you reach this stage, speaking becomes more fluid, confident, and engaging. So remember, practice consistently, connect your language to real-life contexts, and aim for that natural flow. That's how you truly become a fluent speaker. You can achieve your target score by following a few key strategies. First, it's important to identify your gaps, those areas where you're still learning or need improvement, and then practice daily to reinforce your skills. Remember, thinking broadly and personally helps you adapt the material to your own experiences and understanding, making it more meaningful and memorable. Using authentic materials. like real articles, videos, or conversations, can also greatly enhance your learning because they reflect real-world language use. This slide is a recap and an action plan, your clear roadmap to success. Keep in mind that consistency, self-awareness, and authentic practice are the cornerstones of reaching your goals. So, stay focused, keep practicing every day, and remember that your path to success is entirely within your control.